So we were discussing Shannon Sharpe and recently on his Nightcap podcast with OchoCinco, Chad OchoCinco Johnson, he was discussing how when he was a rookie, way back in the aughts, 1990 to be specific, Shannon, well, first let me back up. The reason they even got on this topic is because there is a video that's been swirling around on social media for about a week or so. And basically, it was a young lady, and she went on a date with a guy, and something happened. She was late getting dressed. They missed their reservation. So he ended up taking her to the Cheesecake Factory for dinner. And she was like, "Look at me. Do I look like I should be at the Cheesecake Factory?" And so there was all this debate on, was she being ungrateful? Did she look like she could be at the Cheesecake Factory? Because y'all are mean and you're going to judge. And also just the merits of going to the Cheesecake Factory for a first date. So that's that on that. But let's get into what Shannon said. So listen, he said the year was 1990. Picture it, right? At that time, as the 380th overall pick in the NFL draft, right? He wasn't living the life of luxury yet. Again, remember I said 1990. Shannon Sharpe is a 55-year-old man, right? So he said his rent and car payments were about $1,000 combined. This is in the days of old. He was making $64,000. That's regular people's salary right now, right? This is what he was making on his rookie deal. And he said that he also, sent money home to take care of his family and everything. But on this particular night, the young lady that he was seeing, he decided to take her out on a dinner date, right? And they went someplace nice. And he said that he was like, oh, I want to do my big one for my girl, my boo. I want to impress her. I'm going to order something a little less so that, I have the space for her to order something a little bit more, right? So he said they were, this is when he was in Denver. Remember, he got drafted to the Broncos, okay? So I can't imagine like going out to dinner in Denver in the 90s. Like, Denver is not a coastal city, so, the seafood's probably going to be a little tad more expensive. It has to get flown in, right? And let's just say Shannon was a little embarrassed by this story, but, he said, I'm not going to get what I would normally get. I'm going to go a little down just in case she goes up. So the girlfriend was looking over the menu, and he said, she was like, what goes with lobster? And he said his whole demeanor changed, and his response to her was condoms, because if you order that, we're going to have sex tonight. I didn't know, I can't remember the comedian that made the joke, but he said there is definitely a screwing side of the menu when you go to a restaurant. And if you are not in that mode, keep your eyes on the other side of the menu. Don't go out there ordering things that you, I guess, maybe would not normally expect to order. But see, that's the thing too. What if she always ordered lobster when she went out? I don't know. We don't know that. We can't go that far back. Suffice it to say, though, Shannon said she did not order lobster, and he never saw her again after that. But I do want to pose the question, right? Is there, and we've all seen the $200 debates, but is there a certain dollar amount where you feel like, oh, we're taking this to the next level. Oh, this is an elevated date. Or do you control that by controlling the environment where you take your first date to? And that's why we have all of the people complaining about the coffee dates and ice cream dates, because really, there's no $100 ice cream cone. I don't think. There might be some dipped in gold specialties somewhere, right?
Might be. There might be.
But generally, you could probably get if it's a hot day and you're being creative, museum and then ice cream after. If it works out, maybe dinner. I don't know. We'll see. Um,